Have you ever looked into her eyes and felt like she was saying 1,000 words without speaking a single one? That silent pull, that unexplainable energy that makes you wonder, does she want me? Or am I just imagining it? This opening question instantly grabs attention because it taps into a universal male experience: uncertainty. Every man has been in this situation, trying to decode a woman's silent signals. It makes the viewer feel seen and understood. The silent pull phrase creates mystery and sets up the promise that this video will reveal hidden truths. Most men miss the signs. They confuse her friendliness with attraction, her glance with coincidence, her touch with nothing more than an accident. But what if I told you? Women have hidden signals, subtle cues they'll never admit openly, yet they use them to test you, to lure you, and sometimes to control how you see yourself. Here, you're showing the audience the stakes. Missing these signs means missing opportunities, being manipulated, or staying blind to the truth. What if I told you is a psychological hook. It builds anticipation and curiosity. In this video, I will expose the cold truth, not the lies women tell, not the sugar-coated advice you hear online, but the raw, unfiltered reality. What she does when she secretly wants you, and how you can recognize it before it's too late. This line builds credibility. You're not offering recycled fluff. You're offering raw truth. It promises a transformation. The viewer will walk away with knowledge that most men don't have. Part 1. Her eyes betray her desire. The first signal is in her eyes. A woman can lie with her words. She can hide behind her smile, but her eyes, they will always betray her true desire. Eyes are the windows of truth. This statement instantly feels powerful because it uncovers the realist form of attraction. It makes the viewer hyper-aware that every glance could mean something deeper. When she's into you, she doesn't just look at you, she studies you. She'll glance, then look away, then glance again, as if she's trying not to get caught. But the truth is, she wants to be caught. This explanation turns something subtle into a revelation. The repetition of glances is framed as a hidden invitation, a sign she craves recognition. Her pupils dilate, her gaze lingers a little too long. And in that silence, she's saying more than words ever could. She's revealing attraction without ever admitting it. This is a scientific touch. Dilated pupils are Rausch's biological attraction. It adds authority and believability. Revealing attraction without admitting it intensifies the hidden secret element, making it thrilling for the audience. Part 2. The subtle touch test. The second sign is her touch. A woman doesn't touch by accident. Every touch has meaning. If she brushes her hand against yours, lingers when passing something, or playfully taps your shoulder, she's testing the waters. This line eliminates the excuse of, "It was just nothing." It frames touch as intentional, giving the audience clarity. She wants to see how you react. Will you freeze? Will you ignore it? Or will you confidently lean into it? Because to her, your reaction reveals everything about your strength, your confidence, and your ability to lead. Now the touch becomes a test of masculinity. It's not just affection, it's a psychological check. It puts pressure and importance on the man's response, making the viewer pay attention. When she touches, she's not just reaching for your skin, she's reaching for confirmation. She wants to know if you feel the same or if she's wasting her time. This creates urgency. Ignoring her touch could make her retreat. Responding properly could pull her closer. Part 3. Her voice changes around you. The third hidden signal is her voice. Around friends, her tone is casual. Around coworkers, it's professional. But around you, it changes. Softer, sweeter, sometimes even playful. This shows contrast. The viewer realizes that his presence alone is powerful enough to alter her behavior. If she laughs a little louder at your jokes than others, if she drags out her words when she's talking to you, or lowers her voice when things get serious, that's not random. That's attraction shaping her speech. Every detail here is specific, so the viewer can recall personal experiences and instantly connect. It makes him rethink every past conversation with women. Her voice is the reflection of her emotional state. And when she's into you, she'll unconsciously reveal it by how she speaks to you, different from everyone else. This drives the point home. Voice, emotional fingerprint of attraction. By ending with different from everyone else, it makes the man feel special if he notices it. Part 4. The power of mystery. Have you noticed, brother, that the less you reveal, the more they chase? This isn't about playing games. It's about understanding human psychology. When everything about you is easily available, your value drops. But when you hold back, when you let silence and mystery surround you, suddenly she starts to imagine. Her mind fills in the blanks, and the picture she paints of you is always more powerful than anything you could tell her. Stoics mastered this art. They knew that silence is not emptiness, it's power. Because when you're quiet, the world leans in to listening, deep explanation. The less you reveal, the more they chase. A woman's mind thrives on curiosity. If she knows everything about you instantly, you become predictable, ordinary. Mystery builds attraction because imagination is stronger than reality. Not playing games. This isn't childish manipulation. It's about controlling your presence, your energy, your words. Her mind fills in the blanks. The human brain hates gaps. When you give less, people automatically fill in the gaps in ways that elevate your value. She imagines you as stronger, wiser, more desirable than you really are, because you left space for her imagination. Silence is not emptiness, it's power. Stoics practiced restraint. A man who doesn't rush to explain himself or overshare commands more respect. The world leans in to hear him. Part 5, the strength of indifference. Indifference is misunderstood. It doesn't mean you don't care about anything. It means you don't collapse over everything. When she pulls away, you don't beg. When she tests you, you don't break. Your energy stays grounded, calm, immovable. This unsettles her because most men react emotionally, chasing, proving, pleading. But the man who remains unmoved, he's the one she cannot forget. Deep explanation. Indifference doesn't mean you don't care. It means you've mastered emotional discipline. You can care deeply, but you refuse to lose control. When she pulls away, you don't beg. Most men destroy attraction here. By begging, they show weakness. But your silence and composure show strength. Grounded, calm, immovable. These are traits of a stoic man. Life may shake you, but your foundation doesn't crack. She cannot forget the unmoved man, because resistance creates obsession. The man who doesn't chase becomes the man she chases. Part 6, control over desire. Desire is natural. Attraction is natural. But control over desire, that's divine. A weak man is a slave to his urges. The stoic man, he owns his urges. He decides when to act, when to wait, and when to walk away. Women feel this control instantly. It's in your eyes, your touch, your presence. A man who is not controlled by desire becomes magnetic, because she realizes he cannot be manipulated. Deep explanation. Weak man is a slave to his urges. A man who chases lust becomes predictable and powerless. She knows she can control him. The stoic man owns his urges. He doesn't suppress desire, he channels it. That energy fuels his discipline, his mission, his aura. Women feel this instantly. Attraction isn't just words. Your self-control is visible in your body language, in how you look at her, in how you touch her. Magnetic presence. True power is when she knows you want her, but you don't need her. That tension drives her crazy. Final words, deep explanation, line by line. Line 1. Brother, this isn't just another video, it's a wake-up call. This isn't casual entertainment. It's a warning. Most men scroll endlessly, consuming content but never changing. By saying this isn't just another video, you're telling him this one is different. This is the one that should wake you up. It creates urgency. If he ignores this, he risks staying weak, invisible, forgotten. Line 2. Every man has two choices: remain blind and weak, or rise and take control. This line frames life as a battle of two paths: blind and weak, or the average man, manipulated by women, society, and his own emotions. Rise and take control, the rare man who decides to embrace discipline, strength, and clarity. By reducing it to two choices, it eliminates excuses. It makes the viewer face himself. Either he changes now, or he accepts being dominated forever. Line 3. The truth is, she doesn't respect your words. She respects your actions. This cuts directly into the heart of modern male weakness. Too many men beg, explain, chase, and talk, thinking words will win respect. But women are wired differently. They respect behavior, boundaries, and energy. This line tells him, stop talking, start showing, stop asking, start leading. It's attractive because it shifts him into action mode, the exact trait women subconsciously crave. Line 4. She will test you, she will doubt you, but if you stand firm, she cannot ignore you. This explains female psychology. Women test men because they want to feel if the man's strength is real or just an act. If he fails the test, she loses attraction. If he stands strong, her respect grows. This line is powerful because it gives the man clarity. Women's doubts aren't rejection. They're tests. If he holds his ground, he wins her deepest respect. Line 5. Silence is louder than begging, and distance is stronger than chasing. Here the focus shifts to stoic strength. Silence, or control. When he doesn't overreact, his energy becomes mysterious and magnetic. Distance of value. If he pulls back, she feels his absence and her mind starts obsessing. This line is attractive because it flips the script. Instead of men chasing validation, they force women to chase respect, attention, and closeness. Line 6. The man who controls himself controls the game. This is the summit point, the essence of power. Self-control is the greatest weapon because it makes him unshakable. No emotional breakdowns, no desperate texts, no chasing validation. If he masters himself, he automatically gains leverage over relationships, success, and life. This line is powerful because it positions self-mastery as the ultimate form of dominance. Line 7. So ask yourself, are you going to keep being the man who bends, or the man who makes the world bend to him? This is the final challenge. It paints two vivid images. The man who bends when tries weak, always compromising, always trying to please. The man who makes the world bend, strong, respected, desired, unshakable. By ending with a direct question, it forces the viewer to self-reflect. No man wants to admit he's the weak one, so this line pushes him toward change. Line 8, closing push. The choice is yours. Choose strength. Choose control. Choose the path of the Stoic. This wraps everything into a call to action. The choice is yours on responsibility. Choose strength versus masculinity. Choose control and mastery. Choose Stoicism, Aristocrat's wisdom plus timeless power. It leaves the man with clarity and fire. The path is open, but only he can take the first step.